Okay, so what we're gonna do today is we're going to Aliceland. That's the April Fool's event. It arrived like last week, Wednesday, if I'm not mistaken. I haven't played it last week because I just couldn't be bothered because I don't know, Integral Factor is not drawing my attention these days with how slow things are. Hey there everyone. Do I stream Rising Steel? Occasionally. I feel like we're gonna get that question way too many times today. Is the game voice levels okay, or should I... That seems alright, it shouldn't be drowning my voice, but... Okay, let's write it down a little just in case. That seems more like it. Is it next month till Alicization Licorice comes out? Alicization Licorice comes out May 22nd, so... Yeah, technically speaking it's next month because we're already in April, but more like a month and a half. Closer to 2 months than it is closer to a single month. But hey, would you look at that? Lind has a request for us in Aliceland. Oh, they are actually using the Lind model. That's neat.
Konnichiwa.
It took them way too long to have a special model for Lind. What rumor? I did not. Okay, you see, this is one of the things... Of course, when it's a live stream playthrough, I can put my opinions out there as well. This is one of the things that started annoying me in the past year of Integral Factor. There is not much story going on in terms of floor clearing, but pretty much 50%, at least 50% of the event stories have something to do with, oh, people are disappearing in the safe zones, like, at least put some effort into it. What was it? I think it was the, before the Christmas event, was that the 2-year anniversary event with Eugeo and Pictures? It was the exact same thing, like, shit keeps disappearing and I'm getting tired of shit getting disappearing at this point. Oof. God damn it, we need to find Kibao. Kibao is a cool guy, by the way. He is a fucking blunt person, but... No, I'm not glad he's gone. This is serious. He's a blunt person, but when you read more of him in Progressives, even the game does him quite a lot of justice as well. He's quite likable in Integral Factor 2. And I really like having Kibao in that way. Waiting for Licorice pre-orders on PlayStation Store. I don't know, man. I keep asking Bandai Namco. Nobody's saying anything. That's a nice thing to say when Kohori is in front of you. But they even have the dots. I found her, it's right here. Indeed, in progressive, both Kiba and Lind are cool people. Security analyst, of course. What else would it be? To be frank, I generally don't like April Fool's events. Last year's detective story felt also drawn out. I want something that progresses the actual story forward. I'm not a huge fan of event stories in general. Okay, now it's personal. You just can't take Koharu away like that. In Circle Factor it's kinda fun, but the gacha system kinda ruins it. I don't know, does it? I haven't changed my skill slots for, I don't know, maybe a year, maybe even more. I don't even pull from the gacha, I'm doing just fine. I feel like gacha is completely irrelevant to the game itself once you have a decent enough set. And I don't even have a reason to go for daily free pulls. Like, I am not even logging in to the game just to do daily pulls. Too much of a bother because it's irrelevant. That's weird turbulent mix right now.
あなたはどう思う?
Hey there, Butterfly, welcome. It was true that failed pre-orders never came out on PlayStation Store in Europe and America. I can vouch that it never came out in Europe, yes. I am not sure about the US, but in Europe we didn't have digital pre-orders. They even tried playing it like... I had contacted Bandai Namco UK at that point, because we had absolutely no clarification. And they said, oh, we know the situation is complicated and pre-orders are hard to understand, so we'll write something up soon. And then after the game releases, they didn't even say anything about there being no pre-orders at all. Is that the portal that Senator's head shows up in illustration? It so feels like it. Oh yes, of course it is.
そんなこと言われても。
Oh yes, we're gonna kill some Alices, because why not? April Fool's event. Bye-bye. Such gameplay. Hey there, Turkish person. but we are here to speak English. Otherwise, no one would understand us. Oh, right. That is totally a huge oversight. Thank God he told me. I can put it up top left. I did not see that one coming.
どうだ
Sorry about that. God damn it, this playthrough livestream has already failed. Or we can just wait and it'll unfreeze on its own, because Eugeo's enhanced armament is not an endless thing, turns out.
わかった。お願いします。
Cargo is always fun. Should be involved more. Is there a free pool? Of course there is, because the game is so uninteresting that they're trying to lure people in with daily pre-orders constantly. Yeah, that's not too bad. Good start. One medium stone thingy-majingy. I'll take that. Enjoy the cuteness. That sounds scary. Hey, this is the same background they used last year for the detective story. Good job. Are we supposed to look cute and have fun? Fuck yeah, very cute. Absolutely amazing. I have to eat. Yes, I am. But I'm pretty sure I'll make the cut for this dungeon. We did that, yes. She's looking better than me, that's for sure.
Oh, 元気にしてるか?
Hey there, Klein. Welcome. Good to have you. Oh, well, good luck. Okay, we're gonna kill more Alices. Argo knows what's up. I'm still not leaving Klein though. Oh, we did leave Klein. Okay, that was unexpected. Let me clean these up so you can have a full normal picture. And then bring them back up. Okay then. Oh, that's actually a witch outfit. That's neat. Isn't that from Memory Defrag or something? Pretty sure they had a Halloween banner. Like 2 years ago or something. Happy late April Fools, yes. Yeah, are we killing Alice now or are we still... Wait, the other way around. Are we now killing Alice or Eugeo? There we go, she's dead. That was fast. This wig is really uncomfortable. That's why I never wear the wig when it's actual Halloween here. I just go with the costume and leave the wig. My hair's good enough on its own. God damn it. Don't make fun of Klein. Not cool. I'm gonna be the one laughing when the session actually continues with the final core. Do you think Sword Art Online Integral Factor will turn into an anime if it becomes successful enough? No. No. There is so much more Sword Art Online to turn into anime before its Integral Factor's turn. For starters, Integral Factor can't even commit to its own story. That's already a major problem.
分かったよ。
I'm not gonna hurt Eugeo. He was already hurt enough in 2 different pieces. Is there more missions? Yes, one more.
Go!
そうですか。
Now that's something you don't hear often. Getting assaulted by Eugeo who's in a sort of dress.
なるほど。
Well, I am glad we're actually going through this without any significant lags compared to last time around, so that's an improvement at least. Well, the story is not exactly an improvement. At least the stream quality is.
Yo.
お願いします。よろしく頼みます。
心配いらねえよ。
にちは。
What is happening with the subtitles? I don't understand. It doesn't feel like it's matching the situation at all.
油断するなよ。
Okay, now it kinda is. Like, there was this sign as the speaker and it was saying what does it mean or something. I'm genuinely confused as to what is going on in this event. Why are we even here? I thought this was all about Aliceland. Why is Koharu talking to Koharu? Hey there, guys. You don't play alongside Kirito in this game, no. There are times you align yourself with Kirito, but no, you don't play alongside Kirito in this game. Like, what is up with the subtitles? This again. Did they change bodies or something and I didn't realize? No, they did not change, but like, what the fuck is happening? The subtitles are completely broken. Or I have a theory on what just happened. They changed the rules on the sign to fit something in English. But the fact of the matter is, Japanese is a very context-heavy language. Like, you don't have pronouns, etc. for different people. And the sentences can generally be shortened a lot. And the sign actually in the original Japanese raw, it's actually preventing them from... The rule is to not shorten the sentences, to go with full sentences, which is very unusual in Japanese. So they are doing that, and in Japanese it's very unusual, but it's understandable. But when that exact thing is translated to English, they feel it sounds like they are speaking about themselves in third person. That is... that explains a lot of stuff actually. It now sorta makes sense. It's because of the language differences. And it's terribly adapted in this localization. But that does explain the situation. If that is the case. I do not know if that is the case. Okay, I'll kill another Alice. It's gonna take 2 seconds anyways. I mean, there is no other possible explanation that comes up to my mind. It's literally the only thing I can think of that goes lost in translation because of language differences. It's not a translation problem per se, it's just a weird problem that exists because of language differences. That's the best way I can put it. It's not, probably not wrong in terms of translation. It's just the joke, the sentence structure itself, what actually is being prevented by that sign, does not translate into English in any way. Does that make sense? Like, if you're from Europe and only know European languages in general, it probably won't make much sense, but like, if you go over to the east to another language from a different language family, a whole lot of things change. And I do not want to go too in depth right now. One, because I don't have way too much information to talk about, but two, this is just a playthrough. I don't want to have a linguistics lesson. Okay, but we're through with whatever the fuck we just endured through. Yeah, like, exactly, if you're from the east, even if you're from a nearby language, I'm gonna give Turkish as an example, but we have something that's called secret pronouns, so to say, where we're just, you know, in English I would say, I am eating something. In Turkish, I am allowed to say, am eating something. Or even eating something, and it's perfectly understood because you just drop the subject, but the sentence is structured in a way to make you understand that it's talking about me and not anybody else. It's even more extreme in regards to Japanese. They barely have pronouns at all. They just keep chaining the topic of a sentence to the next sentence to the next sentence. So yeah, that's probably what they changed in the dialogue in Japanese, and the joke just did not translate at all into a European language. In this case, English. English is a stupid language. I can talk about that quite a lot of times. Yeah. Do you know if there'll be a special episode of Sword Art Online? No. No, I do not know. There's gonna be one recap episode in the week before, 1 week before the War of Underworld Core 2 starts. So that should be, what, 18th of April? But that's just gonna be a recap episode, that's not a special episode, it's literally just a recap. Why am I even still playing Integral Factor? That's because Argo has been caught by the Alices as well. That'll be my guess. Of course. And now the fight starts and they're all gonna die in one hit anyway. Yeah, it's just the same thing over and over again because it's April Fool's event and they can't do anything creative at all. I mean, they did try, it didn't translate. At this point I'm fine with them completely getting rid of event ideas and continuing the floor clearing story properly. But that probably doesn't make enough money to keep things going. Alice perfected. That's straight out of Destiny right now. Oh, look at who's telling who to actually stand up. Ah, you have a long way to go, Kirito.
諦めなさい。ここからだよね。
僕に任せて。
えっと終わりです。
Oh, that's another fight. Okay. Okay, around blue purple. I wanna There we go. Gameplay, quality gameplay, everyone. I'm sure there are people out there saying Integral Package gameplay is the best. I don't like Memory Defrag because it's too much of a power creep, but Memory Defrag has fucking solid gameplay.
いいです。終わりです。エンハンスアーマメント。一件落着ですね。いえ。
Of course. Oh, what's the common point of every single event story? A majority of them turn out to be just dreams, and they don't even matter. Isn't that what they did just with the Persona story a couple weeks ago? That's just sad at this point.よろしくね。 Yeah. Am I supposed to add my opinions now that the story is over? I feel like I've been interjecting them in already. I'm tired of getting event stories. Seriously. Just give me something that moves the integral factor story forward. I miss the passion this game had in the first 10, even 15 floors. You had a proper, robust story that constantly kept going. You had a nice narrative focusing on individual characters, their flaws, their good parts, etc. in individual floors. Now it's just, yeah, here's a same rehash of the story in a different skin. Now go pay us money and purchase these or something. And there is no reason to purchase any of that either, because all these skills are pointless. So sad. I feel like that screen effect is gonna destroy OBS. But yeah, you are free to consider this now a Q&A. If you have any last questions, feel free to ask. I'll be here for like, I don't know, maybe 5 more minutes. I'll answer your questions. No, not really. That does not happen to me. I'm not a fan of OC character games. And most of the time, games can't pull it off properly anyways. It's just becoming a mute protagonist that is awesome at everything and has no flaws because he's fucking awesome. I mean, the entirety of Fatal Bullet, it's literally spent with every character talking to how like Kirito you are. Well, if I'm so much like Kirito, maybe I should have played the game as Kirito. What's the point at that point, you know? If the goal is to be like Kirito, just give me fucking Kirito. Why is it so hot outside? I know, man. Outside it's 5 degrees right now in Innsbruck. 5 degrees Celsius. What's your favorite character? I have plenty of favorite characters. I cannot single one out. Kirito, Asuna, Rain, Tease, Shasta, Hercule, Eugeo. Who else? Sugu has definitely become one of my favorites. Klein, Eiji, Yuna. There are quite a lot of them. Do I know why they stopped the Integral Factor story? I do not know, of course, but I have my assumptions. Guesses, educated guesses. For starters, they don't have a pre-baked story to feature. In the earlier stories, they were adapting stuff, ideas that were already in progressive light novels. Then they started skipping floors, and it became obvious that they didn't know what to do with certain floors. They didn't even know what certain floors would entail. So what they started doing was skipping floors where they had absolutely zero ideological assets to take advantage of. So what it turned into is basically just do the floor. If you have any idea of what the floor is, do anything with the story, doesn't matter. If we know the boss, oh, Kagachi the Samurai Lord, it's the 10th floor boss. Okay, roll with it. 20th floor, okay, that's a milestone floor. That's the floor. That's 25, I'm talking about 25. I am talking about 25, right? So on the 25th floor, it's like a major event, a couple people die, Asuna joins Knights of Blood. There are specific events that exist for that story. So they just jumped from whatever the last floor was onto floor 25 instead, because they had some story to adapt from the main canon. They literally have no story for themselves to tell. So they're trying to fill and gain time with whatever floor they can do. And that's really sad. Like 90% of development is already going to repeated skills and pictures and waifu stuff that nobody really cares for. It is very popular in Japan, they just like paying a lot of money for this stuff. But in the West, Integral Factor is not doing well. Would you have preferred Integral Factor to be on console? No. No, I wouldn't. The thing is, if it would have been on console, it had to be an entirely different game. It wouldn't be Integral Factor. That's the main argument. It wouldn't have this much of a robust gacha, because that just wouldn't fly with console players. If Kirito hadn't took Heathcliff's offer on their duel at floor 75, would the timeline be relatively similar to the Gameverse? That's an interesting question. It probably would be, yes. Like, those are grand ideas that one probably shouldn't answer at a whim. If anyone's curious, the reason I'm going with defeat the boss is because I just want the XP, I don't care about anything else. If you can choose 2 armors and each one has their own weapon, what will it be? I am not sure what that question is. For me, I choose a Lawbringer, which is from For Honor, with a poleaxe and 2-handed sword and a Legatus Roman. I don't know, man. I am not a weapons or armor enthusiast. I just look at stuff. If they look cool, I like it. If they don't look cool, I probably don't like it. I don't have an extensive library of armor and weapons in my mind. I won't do another event right now because there is no other event right now, Dragon. Look, you see, your understanding of playing alongside Kirito is different from my understanding. When you say, can you play alongside Kirito, it's more like, can you have a story that is fully integrated into Kirito's story? Like, he is part of your experience. In Integral Factor, no. Only Koharu is part of your experience. There are times other characters join up on your story, but that's pretty much it. If you want the most shallow, if you're going with the most shallow understanding of can you play alongside Kirito, yes, you can go into assisting characters, form a party with Kirito, and yeah, he's gonna be the useless fucker going around you, hitting at stuff with barely doing any damage. See, there's the create a party button, you can use that, he'll join up on your party, and yeah, you are technically playing alongside Kirito, but that's not something that is meaningful in terms of playing alongside. Okay, I guess this is it, if there are no more questions. How long has it been? Oh, it's been over an hour. Well, almost over an hour. I feel like I started like 2 minutes late, but... yeah, it's an hour now. So, I guess I come over here with Koharu. Can I even emote in this game? I think I can. Take care, everyone. Thanks for joining. Check out Land Squad merch. Where's my image? Not that image. This image. Check out Land Squad merch. It's very cool. Cooler than this game, that is. Yep, that is the end of the stream. Thank you very much for joining, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. We're gonna have more streams soon, hopefully. If I can finish working on stuff that I'm working on. Oh my god, can I hit this button please? YouTube, what are you doing? Let me finish my stream.